So today I'm at a used car dealer auction.
Sold 6,700.
All right, I want to check this Duramax. It's got 203,000 miles on it. So today I'm going to show you what a dealer pays for this Ram truck.
Let's go.
Ooh, let's check this BMW out. It's 2021. It's got 98,000 miles on it. Needs a bath, but the outside body looks pretty good. Tires are okay. We'll get to the interior in a second. Yeah, outside body, I don't see any dents, dings. It's a 330i. Please don't back up. Please don't back up. All right, there we go. Yep, outside body looks pretty good.
All right, here's the BMW. All right, trying to start at 15.5. We had no bidders. Dropped it all the way down to $10,000. They're gonna roll it. We got bids.
This will probably bring a lot of money, I assume. We'll see the inside. Usually BMWs. Oh, that's pretty scratched up. Somebody's wallet or some kind of holder on the side of their belt. I mean, BMWs are not supposed to do that. Somebody was rough with this car. Yeah, it looks. I mean, other than those two little spots, which can be fixed, I think. Looks pretty good. This is cool. It's a cool car. I'm curious. Let's see what this brings.
Still 10,000. Only one bidder. Rolling very slow. Oh, they got to push that car. That's why. Keep pushing that car out. That's why it's going slow. All right, up to 10-1, 10-2, 10-3, 10-4, all the way up to 11,000. 11-1, 11-2, 11-3. On the BMW still. It's out. We're still bidding on it. 11-6, 11-7, 11-8, 11-9. They got $12,000 put on phone call. $12,000 put on phone call.
All right, so this is something that I would definitely want to check. This is a car that I would recommend if you're looking to not be in debt. By an average commuter, is going to last you for a very long time. It's 2007. It's got 110,000 miles on it. I think these Toyota Camrys, some of the best cars that were ever made. Outside body on it looks pretty good. It's a CE. I think that is a 4-cylinder, but that's what I would recommend.
All right, and probably the best car that's here. This Toyota Camry, 110,000 miles. Trying to start at 7,500. Drive down $7,000. No bids yet. No bids yet. A lot of people walking around it. Drive down $6,000. $3,000. $3,000. It's gonna bring a lot more than that.
I would definitely recommend a 4-cylinder. I like the 4-cylinders a lot better than 6-cylinders. 6-cylinders had some little bit of oil consumption issues. Motors weren't as good as the 4-cylinders. But the 4-cylinders are rock solid. This one's very dirty. But I just want to check, because a lot of times I show you guys, I'm looking at lifted trucks, I'm looking at big SUVs, I'm looking at luxury stuff, I'm looking at stuff that a lot of people like to see, are very curious about the price, but not a lot of people concerned about the price of a 4-door 4-cylinder Camry. But this is what most of America needs, I think. And you don't see any sedans coming from American brands anymore, and now the Asian market has taken it over, and this car is probably why. But we're going to see what it brings. 2007, to show you how this breaks down. This is the run number. It's run number 52. It's they don't go in order, so I don't know why they even have run numbers. But this this is so they know which cars correspond when they're put in the computer system. But this is a 2007. It's got 110,000 miles. So if you're looking at any of these window things, that's how it breaks down. 53, 2013, 128,000 miles. But we'll check this and see what it brings inside.
31, 32, 33, 34. All right, it's rolling out. Still bidding on it. 34, 35, 36. No, he's got 35. He's got 35. 36, 37. It's got 36. It's got 36. 3,600 to put on a phone call. 3,600.
We're exiting tax season, and then right after tax season, we enter repo season. So it's often funny, people don't think about repo season, but it directly correlates with the end of tax season. See, people who don't have money throughout the course of the year, they get money in the form of their tax refund checks, and then they buy cars that they can't afford because they have that down payment, they have that $2,000 down, whatever, to be able to put down on a car. And then, okay, when their monthly payments now become due, well, they don't have any money left anymore. They thought that they were going to be able to make the monthly payments. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't, who knows. But then they just end up not paying for their cars. They lose their money. And this is what repo season is for a lot of these buy here, pay here dealers. You think the dealers that are on the side of the road see $9.95 down. Well, those are all those consumers go buy those cars. They can't afford the cars, and then about a month and a half later, they just lose the cars. As it's warming up, spring is finally here, and now it's time to get outside more. And that's why I want to thank our sponsor today, Electric E-Bikes, for making the trail behind my house so much more fun. Right now, I'm riding their XP 3.0 black e-bike. It's such a fun, low-stress way to get moving. It folds up, fits in the back of the car, and hits up to 28 miles per hour. And it even has over 50 miles of range. Even if you don't live in a bike-friendly area, it's an easy way to explore, get around, and leave the car behind. It even showed up mostly assembled. The hydraulic brakes feel great, and the build quality is solid. Plus, it's UL certified for safety. Electric e-bikes are affordable too, and that's a big deal if you've priced other e-bikes on the market. Click the link in my description or check out the QR code on the screen to check out their rides. Add a bike cover to your order and get it for free using my code CQA at checkout. Man, this thing's so much fun. You see, repos like this Jeep, they wreck cars too. Damage happens, and they're not going to fix that. They don't care to, right? They've already they're not going to make the payments anyway. So stuff like this, you have this Ford Freestyle. These are all Ford Fusion, not Freestyle. These are all going to be repos here at this auction. And we're going to see more and more of them over the next few weeks because it's just an element of the market, the seasonality of the market, where people who have money, they don't have money throughout the year. They have money, they buy a car, they think they can pay for it, or maybe they don't. But either way, they don't pay for it, and the cars end up here. It's going to be a big influx of repos. And even right here during this, what's happening in our economy right now, we have the highest rate of defaults that's happening in the car market right now, and you have the highest rates of repos that we've seen in a very, very long time. And from what I've read, seeing very, very, very high rates of credit card delinquency too. There's just a lot of people out there that have spent, and now they can't afford what they spent on a couple months ago. So we're gonna see a lot more repos coming through the system. All right, let's check this Duramax. It's got 203,000 miles on it. It's a 2015. But even with that, it still will probably bring crazy money. Outside body looks good. Doesn't really look like it's been worked in all that much. Frame on it looks great. Looks almost brand new. Backside, it's a Denali. It's a Denal. The eye fell off. Yeah, there you go. It's HD. Yeah, outside body looks good. Let's go check it on the inside.
All right, here's the Duramax. It says full ride and drive, full ride and drive. All right, trying to start at $35,000. No bids, no bids. Drop down to $31,000, still no bids.
This must have been a crew manager. That's what it was. There we go. Yep, the crew manager always has the biggest truck and does the least amount of work, right? So not even really that dirty. Could use a little bit of a clean, but overall it's pretty good. Yeah. So what the crew manager do is they'll go to all the sites and make sure all the guys are working while they sit in the truck in the air conditioning. So this is a 2015, 203,000 miles. A Denali.
Dropped it all the way down to $25,000. I'm not sure if that's a bid or not. I thought this guy asked for 23. No, here we go. 25-1. We got bids. All right, it's rolling out. Still just one bid. 25,000. That's not going to get it done. It's not close. They tried to start it out at $35,000. They got, was it 25,000? That's going to be no sell. They said phone call, but it's probably no sell.
All right, so we have three brands right here that we know are struggling. We have Jeep, Dodge, and Ram. We have Nissan. We have Ford right here. Probably three of the manufacturers that are having the worst time right now in the car market. And what is interesting to see is how their used car prices move up and down on a wholesale level, because you get to a situation. I've talked to other franchises. I just talked to a franchise sales manager at Toyota, and I had to ask him the question of, okay, which brands do you think are the most trouble? He couldn't answer that straight, so I had to turn the question a little bit so he could actually answer it and not get in trouble with like his dealership group. But I said, okay, if a trade-in comes in, what are the brands that you are least likely to want? And he was able to then answer that first question that I asked him, but wording it in the way that I asked him in the second one. And biggest thing was, okay, we have Jeep, Dodge, and Ram, we have Nissan, we have Fords, and these kind of cars, these kind of the brands, these are the ones that on the used car market are losing their value, and they're losing their value the most. And the reason being is because the manufacturers are, they're just doing terribly, right? We have Ford that just announced that they have over 103-day supply on the dealer level of supply, right? So they have F-150s. Now, I now call them, and I hope everyone calls them this now, the F-150s, because I think we know the problems at Stellantis with Ram, but I really think that with the F-150s at Ford, we're getting to a situation where they might be in a worse situation than even Ram is. And the reason being is because they produce so many more trucks than Ram does. Now, it's the number one selling truck in America, but because of that, Ford continuously makes them, pumps them out to dealers, makes them, pumps them out to dealers. And again, it's getting to a situation now where a lot of these dealerships across the country, specifically with Ford, have more 2024 F-150s on their lot than they do the new 2025s. Now what have we seen? We've seen Ford come out with employee pricing, big marketing employee, right, to start drive sales. But the thing about it is, you could have gotten a better price on these Ford trucks before this big marketing campaign. A good deal on a Ford right now, somewhere around like 15%. And a lot of this employee pricing equates to, okay, you can get invoice price less, like $2,000 or $2,500. And that's not equating up to 15%. So here's the thing, Ford is doing everything it can right now for its dealers and for itself to try to move product. And the way that it relates here is that as you see more incentives come from Ford, as you see prices getting lowered at Stellantis, because Stellantis, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram, they just did the same thing as Ford. They're in dire straits right now as far as inventory goes. So the only way you're going to sell inventory, specifically right now, when the market's as soft as it is, when we have so much uncertainty in the market, when we have, okay, a bunch of fear in the market too, the only way you can actually sell cars is either the situation has to get better in the economy, don't see that happening anytime soon, or you got to lower your freaking prices, right? So this is what a lot of these manufacturers have to do. And even spoke of Nissan earlier, showed you one of their the Altimas over there. They're lowering prices on a lot of their models right now, and a lot of dealers are having to really dig into their pockets to try to move the inventory out. Keep in mind, a lot of these dealers, they're on floor plans. They have to pay interest on a lot of this stuff that's sitting on these lots, and it's really not the dealer's fault. It's the manufacturer's fault. They made bad products, either made them too expensive, and now people can't buy them. Now they're stuck on dealer lots. But manufacturers still have to step in to actually fix this problem, because at the end of the day, the dealerships are the customers for these manufacturers. So if the dealerships can't sell their inventory, they're going to turn down allocations, and then they no longer become customers of these manufacturers because they can't take any more of the product. The manufacturers absolutely want to help these dealers sell through some of this old inventory. Ford, sell through a lot of this 2024 F-150s so they can now take a lot more of these F-150s. There are lots of reports that there are trucks just stacking up, the 2025 stacking up in Detroit because there's nowhere to put them. Dealers turning down allocations, dealers not wanting to take the new orders of the 2025s because they don't have room. They don't have the capacity to do it. They don't have the customers there waiting to be able to buy these trucks. Big time problem for Ford, and we're seeing it. We're seeing it filter through on a lot of these used cars because if the price of the new cars have to get more incentives on top of them, if they have to lower the prices to get consumers in them, well, it drives down the price of the used cars also. All right, so let's check this out. It's a 2016 Ford Explorer. It's got 83,000 miles. One thing I want to point out about this dealership really wants to sell this. They actually showed what they just replaced on it, water pump. They did their timing on it, the valve cover. Anyway, they spent $1,527, but they're showing this to all the prospective buyers out here. The other thing that I will say on this vehicle, it's an XLT, is that they put a ride and drive on it. I don't know if I've ever explained that on this channel, but there's some vehicles that come out here with a ride and drive, and this one says 100% ride and drive. That means if basically the buyer doesn't like it or finds something that's wrong with it, then they don't actually have to take it. And in a lot of situations when you have this ride and drive, well, they go through it. They know that it's a good car, so there's a very high likelihood that once the buyer actually bids on it, high bid, they go test drive it or whatever, and they end up being the high bidder, well, they'll end up taking it. And that can actually get more bids on this vehicle, because that says to me as a buyer, well, the seller knows it's good, so there's not going to be any reason to have any arbitration afterwards, any reason, because if the motor or transmission's bad, if you spend over a certain amount at certain auctions, this is one of them, then you can arbitrate and you actually don't have to be stuck with it. But this dealer is even going a step up above and beyond that to say, okay, we're guaranteeing just about everything on this vehicle, and after you buy it, after you're the high bidder, well, you can drive it, and we know it's going to be good, so we know that you're going to take it. And that's going to just tell the buyers that, okay, this is a good car, and we don't have to worry too much about having to fix anything on it, so this can actually bring more bids on something like this. But anyway, we'll check the inside real quick. This other guy is checking it too, so we're not going to bother him.
All right, here's the Explorer. Check it out. It says 100% ride and drive. Trying to start at $14,000. No bids, no bids. Dropped it down to $13,000. Seller just said new timing belt, new water pump. He's trying to sell it.
I'm going to check the seats on it quick. Yeah, this looks good. Inside looks good. Back seats, it looks very clean. So it looks like they were actually, they're trying to sell this one this week. But it's very weird when you have something this clean, this mechanically sound, come to the auction, because that dealership, which is also a Ford dealership, I would be surprised why they didn't want to sell this on their lot in their used inventory. It's not so old that they wouldn't want to have it. It's not so many miles that they wouldn't want to have it. And especially if they just went through it and put a new water pump, did the timing on it, why wouldn't you want to keep it? Unless because it's a Ford dealer, you have way too much inventory. And we also know right now that Ford, they just released that their dealer bodies, they have over 103 days supply of inventory sitting on their lots. And that's probably the reason. Even if they have something good that's used, well, they might not have any room left. They might have too many vehicles that are on their floor plan that are new right now. They might just need to be turning some money, selling something. And if that's the case, well, the easy way to sell something is by putting something like that Ford Explorer out here, and they know that they're going to sell it today. One, there's not a ton of cars out here. Two, there's a lot of dealers that just went through tax time. They have a lot of money. They're going to be bidding stuff up. And three, well, they're making it very presentable, ride and drive, no problems. It should bring all the money and then some. But anyway, we'll check it out and see what it brings.
Drop down $13,000. All right, 13.2. All right, just yelled at me, so we got numbers. Up to 13,200. It's going to roll out. We're still trying to get numbers. Still trying to get numbers. It's rolling out. 100% ride and drive. Got 13,002. Sold it. Sold at 13.2.
All right, we definitely got to check this. This is a 2020 Ram 1500. It's got 97,000 miles on it. Let's see what the motor. 5.7 Hemi. There you go. Outside, I mean, this thing looks mean. I don't like Ram trucks. So, but this truck looks good. I used to be a Ford guy. Last Ford I had, that was a newer truck with low miles, blew up on me. So now I think I'm a GM truck guy. I'll never be a Ram guy. I don't care. This truck looks mean, but I just can't. I've never liked Rams. And I mean, I've been a used car dealer for 14 years. We've owned quite a few Ram trucks, and they seem like they're always just, they're on the lowest end of the totem pole of the three major truck brands. And that's how I think about it. And you know what? You can say whatever you want to say in the comments. I don't care. Doesn't bother me at all. Here we go. All right, let's check the inside of it. Running boards come down. I love that. Actually, I mean, the inside looks good. The inside looks good. I like it. Steering wheel looks kind of cheapish, but it's got a little stitching right there. This is a nice truck. Yeah, I like this. Back seats, very dirty, very dirty. Anyway, this is going to bring a lot of money, We'll check this out though.
All right, here we go. We got 30,000, up to 31,000. Already got a bid. Up to 32,000, 33,000. Jumping up by 1,000. Got 32,000. No, 33,000. Jumped up again. 33,000. They sold it. 33,000. They sold it.